LUS is committed to our customers. From providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service, LUS is there. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather tonight.
Staying mostly clear to partly cloudy as we head through the rest of the overnight and in toward the morning hours of your Wednesday. Here's the hourly forecast breakdown here, dropping out of the 70s, eventually into the 60s toward daybreak. Just a few clouds around, and then partly cloudy here for your Wednesday, getting back up into the mid to upper 80s, but adding slight chance of a stray thunder shower or two to the forecast. Here's the futurecast breakdown. Just a few clouds overnight, getting down to roughly within a few degrees of the mid 60s toward daybreak here. Southerly wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, and notice midday and afternoon into early evening, a few pop-up widely scattered thunder showers here across the area. No rhyme or reason for specifically where they would be. Otherwise, daytime highs in the mid to upper 80s. That fades away overnight with a loss of daytime heating. Starting in the 60s again for Thursday morning, and then back to the mid to upper 80s by the afternoon. A few spotty thunder showers here Thursday as well. Better rain chances off to the west, but I can't rule out a few thunder showers here in the local area Thursday afternoon and early evening, and maybe a few more than what you've seen here on Futurecast printed out as well. Rain chances really come up Friday and the weekend. We'll have upper level low pressure here over the Great Lakes, sending the jet stream, the storm track, down into our area again. So that means active weather, and with it coming out of the northwest here because the upper level ridge back into Texas and northern Mexico, that's going to mean thunderstorm complexes develop in the central and southern plains, and then they ride that flow into the southeast here. So active weather ahead. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, off and on at times. We'll be watching for thunderstorm complexes across the area. Not looking at a situation that favors tornadoes. We're heading out of our spring tornado season now that we're in early June. Doesn't mean we can't have one. And anytime you have a severe storm on the board, no matter what, the threat of a tornado is not completely zero, but this is not the type of setup that favors tornadoes, so that's why we're not highlighting them. It's just not that type of setup. Doesn't mean they're impossible, but the primary risk with these thunderstorm complexes would be damaging straight line winds. This is the type of activity that you usually see in June and July with those lines of thunderstorms and those complexes of thunderstorms that come in from the northwest and have the heavy rain and all that vivid lightning and the damaging straight line winds. That's the type of activity we're talking about. It's too far out for exact specific details on timing each day because it will vary depending on the inner mechanics of those complexes, and you can't model that Tuesday for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have to get much closer because that's not determined by cold fronts and things like that. That's the inner mechanisms of the thunderstorm complexes, but we'll start hammering out those details as we get closer. But on one particular day here within Friday to the weekend, it could be the morning one day. Another day it could be afternoon and evening. Another day it could be the overnight. But just the general idea that this is more widespread activity. We're not talking about spotty hit or miss thunder showers, and it's not just the afternoon and evening. It could be the morning or the overnight as well during this time period. Multiple rounds of it. It's not all centered just right here all 3 days. What happens Friday will determine how Saturday plays out, and what happens Saturday will determine how Sunday plays out. And if you have really widespread thunderstorms here Friday, it might push the Saturday activity a little south of you before it comes back north Sunday. So it varies a little bit. So we just need to get a little bit closer before we work out the details. But the general idea is stormy Friday and weekend ahead here across the Tennessee Valley and nearby. Mid to upper 80s here for the next 7 days, as you would expect this time of year. We may have to drop the daytime highs a couple degrees over the weekend, depending specifically on how those complexes of thunderstorms play out. And if you're headed to the beach to try to get away from this, you're not going to. Showers and thunderstorms likely down there here for the next 7 days. Elevated rain chances. Won't be a daily washout every single day, but if you're trying to get completely dry beach weather along the Gulf Coast, Gulf Shores, Pensacola, Destin over to Panama City, you're just not going to see it here for at least the next 7 to 10 days. No tropical threats, but daily elevated chances of rain and thunderstorms. Daytime highs each day in the upper 80s. A few days here close to 90 degrees down there on the beach. First cup forecast for in the morning as you grab that first cup of coffee. Just a few clouds around, sunshine peeking out toward daybreak. Morning lows in the mid 60s or so, working toward the mid to mainly upper 80s across the area for daytime highs. Partly cloudy skies and a few spotty isolated thunder showers in the afternoon and early evening. More the same for Thursday, and then off and on periods Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thunderstorms likely to be in complexes. You know how that works. Damaging straight line winds possible at times each of those days. We will work out the specific timing details and the risk area details as we get closer. It's just the general guideline right now. Scattered thunder showers in the Monday before we may be able to back off on the rain chances a little bit toward the middle of next week. That's look at our latest 7-day forecast. Kelly Rawson is in the Weather Center tomorrow morning live at 6 a.m. with your Wake Up Weather forecast.